Hi, I'm Gary. You may know me from my Mac most tutorials, but in this video, I'm going to show you 10 travel items I bring with me on every trip. And this video is going to be a little different than other lists of travel items and gadgets you may see because I'm not promoting anything here. There's no sponsor, there's no affiliate links. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to mention brands. You can buy these things in lots of different places and under lots of different brand or generic names. Nothing here is actually very expensive at all. It's all lightweight and easy to pack. And these are actually things I really do take with me on every trip. Let's start off by talking about the simple clothesline or laundry line. So this one comes in a little pouch. You can see it's really tiny. It doesn't weigh much. And then this comes out. The pouch actually stays attached, so you can't lose it. You actually attach the pouch itself to something. You can use the snap to do that. And then the other end, and it comes with its own little clothespins on here. And it's adjustable in its size. So it's really handy to have. But I also have this other one that I like too, and I bring this sometimes. This is an elastic one, and it's actually two pieces of elastic, and they're intertwined. So the idea is that you put something in between like that, and when it's pulled tight, it acts as its own clothespin, and you can kind of wrap the ends around something a few times if you want to tighten it because you don't have as much distance. These are super handy to have whether you're camping or whether you're staying in a four-star hotel, because you never know when a piece of clothing is going to get wet, or maybe your jacket is wet from the rain, or maybe you wash something in the sink and you need to dry it. It always seems like hotels really try hard to give you no place to dry anything. Like even chairs sometimes don't have the right shape to, put clothes over them to dry them and stuff. So it's just handy to have one of these, and they really don't take up any space. And speaking of washing clothes, you've probably seen these things. These are little pouches, they're little plastic pouches, and inside are these little sheets here that you could use one sheet for a small piece of clothing in a sink and rinse it out. Just laundry soap. That's all it is. I always bring one of these along, but sometimes I also do this. This is a little bottle of Castile soap, and it's hard to find the little bottles. So sometimes you got to get the bigger bottles. It's not like it's that expensive, and you could put a little bit into a smaller bottle and bring with you. And the thing with Castile soap is you can use it to do laundry, but it also is good for washing dishes, washing your hands, washing your body, or even washing your hair with this stuff. It's like general purpose soap. So having some with you is super handy. No matter what you're doing, what type of trip you're on, having a little bit of this with something I bring every time, if not this for washing some clothes. Here's probably the cheapest item on the list. Matter of fact, these are so cheap they have to be bought in like packs of 100 at least. So this is a little pill pouch. It's just a tiny Ziploc bag, and there's a like rougher spot where you can write on what the pill is. So it could be for, vitamins, supplements, it could be for your prescription meds, for headache pills, that kind of thing. And these are great for a few reasons. First, they're small, they don't take up much space. I, see people all the time putting an entire prescription bottle or an entire bottle of like vitamins or something in their bag when they only need for the days that they're gone. So you could just put however many you need in here, have them all together in your toiletries bag or wherever. And the other great thing about these is that you could pack in advance, because if you're throwing your pill bottles in your bag at the last minute because you need them before then you might forget them. Here you can pack days in advance all the things that you need and not worry about having to remember to throw them in your bag the morning you're flying out. So I always use some of these for all of my pills or meds or whatever I'm taking with. This next one's pretty familiar to everybody. It's a collapsible water bottle. So it's just a little plastic bottle. It's got a little carabiner on there for hooking on to something, but also it's used to, like, when you roll it up, you can have it so it doesn't unroll like that. These are really handy to have. You can find them in all sorts of different brands and different places and all of that. And they don't take up any space when you're packing, which is the important thing, right? But they're also good as backups because a lot of us have a water bottle we like, but it takes up a lot of room. But you could take this as a second water bottle. Say if you want to go on a longer hike or something during the day, you might want to pack more water with you. But also, they're handy even when you don't need them, which by that I mean I've taken this on a trip recently where I thought I was going to need it to drink water, and it turns out I didn't because all of the drinkable water came in its own bottle. So I ended up never needing this. And I was glad I brought this and not my favorite water bottle because that took up space and this really didn't. So pack this as your main water bottle or as a backup or secondary bottle. Okay, so this next one is a more unusual one. This is a little strap for your phone or your camera. It's just a wrist strap. The idea is it's just a simple loop and it just straps it to your wrist. The end here, you can hook on to your camera's connection for a strap. And it's better than having it dangling around your neck, which can be kind of annoying. Plus, you can kind of hold your camera in your hand and then kind of drop it and all of that. It's really a good way to do it. Keeps your camera handy, and then when you don't need it, you put it away in its camera case in your backpack. I have another one that's like a little strap with a metal ring in the end, and you basically feed one end through the other, and then you put your hand through it. And this one actually gets tighter if it gets pulled on, right? So it's a bit of a security thing there. This is really handy. These sometimes come with these little plastic strips that you fit into where the case has an opening for charging. So they turn a regular iPhone case into something that can have a strap tied to it, or some of the cases already have a little, place for a strap to be tied to it. So these little wrist straps are really handy. Even if your primary way of holding your camera is going to be around your neck, having one of these as an alternative in some situations could be handy. I like that I can hold my camera over the edge, a railing from a height or the edge of a boat or whatever, and know that I'm not only holding it tightly, but I've got it strapped to my wrist with one of these. Here's another unusual one. These are water shoes. So you may have seen these. And the primary reason you're supposed to get these is for, going to the beach. The sand might be hot or there might be rocks under the water and you want to put these on your feet. And certainly I've used them for that. But in addition, you can use them as other shoes, like kind of like slippers, but slippers that could be worn outside because they're meant for outside. So you can use them around the campsite. Instead of wearing your boots around the campsite or when you get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, you can put these on your feet as kind of camp slippers that are more resistant to, the rocks and things you might be walking on. And also, of course, waterproof. So if it's, wet or rainy or muddy or whatever, you can just rinse these off. I recently have switched to thicker soled water shoes. So these can be used almost as lightweight sneakers. They're just a little thicker, they take up a little more space, but I find they're even more useful when I was able to get into camp or around a lodge or even just wanting to kind of walk around the hotel, get some ice or, just grab something down in the store. It's much easier to wear these as kind of water shoes, but lightweight sneakers than these, which are obviously meant as water shoes. But either one's pretty slim, and these weigh almost nothing. These weigh a little bit, so there's a bit of a trade-off. And speaking of going to the beach, there's your towel, right? Your microfiber towel. A lot of us have microfiber towels, but in particular, I get one that is 24 inches wide by 48 inches long. You may need one a little bit longer. What you get at this size is a minimal beach towel. So you want to go to the beach, but the hotel says you can't take our towels to the beach, or you can take them to this beach, but not the one down the road that's nicer. So you end up in that situation, or maybe you're, hiking to a lake or whatever. And you just want a towel that you could sit out on. A 48 by 24 towel is like the minimal size for that. Anything smaller is not going to really work, but this will work and get you onto a beach without having to buy a towel just for that one use. So I always take one this size with me, and I've used it countless times for exactly that. Okay, so this next one is this little thing. It is a travel brush. It unfolds And the brush part here pops out to be a fairly decent little brush. Then it's got a mirror. And then you pop this back in and you fold it again, and it's protecting both the bristles and the mirror. And it's really small and lightweight and just fits in a small toiletries bag, unlike most brushes that won't. And for me, it's perfect. For others, you may like a particular type of brush that this is not. In that case, this still is a really good backup. I found that before I started carrying these, they could just be in my toiletries kit all the time. I sometimes would forget one, and that's like a really bad feeling to shower in the morning and realize you have no way to brush your hair at all because you just didn't bring it. So having this as a backup is a really good idea. But if you can use it as your primary, it's lightweight, it's indestructible, it's good for camping, it's good for any kind of trip. Now, if you thought, I bet you he's going to talk about pouches, well, you're right. Travel pouches, right? So, in particular, this type of travel pouch is better than the rest. Not because it's expensive or fancy at all, but it's nylon. Notice how it just folds here, like completely. Like there's no pushback in keeping its shape. So, this thing is great if you put stuff in it, pack stuff into it, it conforms to the shape of what's in there. It's not going to have any empty gaps and spaces like a lot of travel pouches made of stiffer material will. I found this out by accident. I just happened to buy a pouch that was made of nylon, and I was using it along with other pouches to pack things and found that this one worked so much better that I just replaced all the other pouches with a bunch of these at different sizes. They're really handy, and they don't do the thing where they're taking up more space than they should be, and you're unpacking items from the pouches in order to fit everything in. So look for nylon ones. They don't advertise them as such. They don't really go and say compact nylon pouches or anything like that. You just got to go look in the stores, read the list of materials, kind of feel it to see if it's like this really cool, like lightweight, flexible material that will work better than most. So keep an eye out for these. And if you find some, get them. So, and finally, I've got this. This is a little backpack. It's actually packed into itself, like the little front pouch kind of reverses and you could pack it into itself, but it's just a tiny little backpack here, and tons of different brands and people make them and they're generic ones as well. And it's a small backpack because you want to take one of these with you on a trip, even if your carry-on is a little backpack, because if you want to go on a little excursion like a hike or just to the grocery store or something, and you need to take a backpack with you, you don't want to have to unpack all your stuff from your carry-on. You want to have a little separate thing like this to be able to use for it. Comes in super handy all the time on trips. So I never travel without one. I actually have one that's a little bit bigger than this that I take with me. Basically the same idea. It just has a little strap for your chest, so you can take it on longer hikes and things. But definitely invest in one of these. They're worth bringing. Plus, they work as under the seat bags as well. So you can have your carry-on, and at the last minute, before you put your carry-on up above you, because it's too big for under the seat, you could take the things that you want, stick it in here, and put this under the seat while your carry-on just stays the entire flight up in the space above you. So there's a look at some of the items that I take with me on every trip, whether it's a quick weekend to visit some family or a big excursion on the other side of the planet. Keep an eye out for these items. They're really cheap, they're really lightweight, and they're worthwhile having in your travel kit. Thanks for watching.